So, this morning on a live show, Go Live Together, that we do every Monday to Friday at 9 a.m., Ada brought an interesting question. Why are ships referred as a female gender? So I decided to look it up and do this quick video, and hopefully we could get some stuff clear. So, ever wonder why are ships called she and why so many ships are given female names? We can help you understand this tradition or why it continues. So many people automatically refer to a ship as a she, but relatively few understand why this common maritime practice exists or why it continues. To help you understand this common practice and why it's relevant to the cruise industry, we will cover everything you need to know. So, this means reviewing the history and its common custom and explaining why ships were originally given feminine pronouns. We will even cover the recent controversy surrounding what some considers a dated practice. While it might surprise you, there are many reasons why the maritime industry has a long history referring to ships as she and giving them female names. While some argue about the true origin of the practice, the following are some of the most commonly accepted explanations. Historic association with female deities. Many ancient countries have female deities and goddesses associated with the navigation of the sea. For example, the ancient Greeks believed that Aphrodite, while the ancient Romans worshipped Venus. These goddesses were connected to traversing the water as well as protecting love and beauty. Interesting. Historians believe that the fact that many cultures associate the water with a female deity of goddess explains why ships have been labeled with feminine pronouns by so many cultures throughout history. For deeply religious cultures, connecting a ship and a feminine deity is likely seen as a way to increase the likelihood of a safe voyage. After thousands of years, the practice has become so well established that it has become a strong tradition. Even in modern day, practitioners no longer do so for the original reasons. Anthropomorphism and associations with protection. Attributes to human characteristics and labels to non-human objects or animals, including ships. By personifying a vessel by referring to it as a she, sailors throughout history could foster a stronger bond with their ship. Wow, that is some crazy. Way to look at it. So, while there is far less of a disparity today, throughout history, the maritime world has been dominated by male sailors. Shipping vessels, naval ships, and even fishing boats were primarily navigated and traveled by men. It only makes sense that men at sea for long periods would be associating the vessel responsible for the survival with a motherly protected role. It is also believed that many sailors throughout history have named ships after lovers, famous women like Queen Elizabeth or Queen Mary, or even their own mothers. Naturally, this would explain why ship will be given female pronouns. And nautical traditions, if you have ever spent time around sailors, they can be somewhat superstitious bunch with all of their own terms and traditions. Using feminine pronouns for ships and giving them female names could be explained as a tradition that has no logical explanation but has never stopped. In other words, over the centuries, giving a sailing ship a female name has simply become an ingrained part of maritime culture. The custom could have been passed down for generations until it was firmly established as the standard. Okay. And let's like explanation for why ships are called she. The word ship has Latin origins. The word ship takes its root from the Latin words navis and naves, which are considered feminine pronouns, or words like many other Romances languages like French and Portuguese. Latin genders words including inanimate objects. The problem with this explanation for the modern day custom of referring to ships with feminine pronouns is that other objects considered feminine in Latin and other Romance languages, like the word car, are not referred by these pronouns. Then there is the fact that ships in modern languages and direct roots in Latin, like Spanish, often refer to ships and boats with masculine pronouns. While the Latin origins of many nautical terms certainly impacted modern day maritime customs, the truth is it is unlikely that is why we still refer to a ship as a she or a her. Women are associated with grace and elegance, So many historians and maritime experts also believe that a particular explanation for why a ship is labeled with a feminine pronoun is the traditional belief that a woman is associated with elegance and grace. The theory is that some sailors and ship's owners will believe that referring to their ship as she or giving it a female name will make it appear more beautiful and alluring to others. While there is no way to disprove these theories, the other explanations have far more proof backing them. In modern day controversy surrounding the practice. In some circles, controversy surrounds the old practice of referring to all ships as she. The belief is that the patterns could perpetuate gender stereotypes and reinforce the misguided notion that all women have specific characteristics and personality traits. There is also the belief that the practice could discourage women from pursuing careers within the maritime industry, as labeling the ship as she will make the woman on board feel less valued. Simply put, evolving perspectives on gender and how gender pronouns are applied to language realms are beginning to pressure all industries to embrace gender-neutral language and pronouns. Okay? While there certainly is some debate about whether or not the tradition of referring to a ship as she could continue, the practice persists to this day due to tradition and maritime customs. Whether or not we will stop seeing ships with female names in the future is difficult to predict, but there is no denying that the practice has its critics. Are cruise ships called she? In the past, every cruise ship was called she, and many were given female-sounding names. Today, the linguistic tradition continues, but more full-size cruise ships are given more abstract names. And final words, whether or not you choose to practice the maritime tradition and parlance of referring to a sailing ship as a she is entirely up to your own preferences. The cultural tradition still has its place in the maritime industry, including within the world of cruises. Still, if you prefer, you can always choose gender-neutral alternatives. So, there you go. I hope this clears some of that inky feeling in your head. I hope, Era, if you are taking care of this video, if you went through it and listened to me talk about it, you get a better idea of why ships are used with a female pronoun to it. So, either way, who cares? You know what I mean? Until next time, thank you everybody. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.